What I like to do is impact them on two levels. One is impact them on kind of a mindset level, how they think about things, how they think about the questions that I raise in my presentation. Then also impact them on a behavioral action level. Like, what are the next 3 things that they can do to live out the message or follow the advice or not follow the advice as they wish. But kind of that mix of provocative thoughts and kind of worldview type issues as well as behavior change is what I aspire for in my presentations. The takeaways for each presentation will differ based on the needs of the audience and what the topic is, but for the startup review, I am hopeful that audiences will take away at a high level the mandate to always be investing in yourself, to invest in yourself every day, every week, every month, to never consider yourself a finished product, but rather to live in permanent beta, as we say, always a work in progress. And underneath that header, there are some specific things that I hope people can do around developing a competitive advantage in their career, building their network in a professional and effective way, taking intelligent risk. But the main overarching message is this idea that in these competitive times, we need to always be investing in ourselves in order to remain competitive. You know, every audience I enjoy for different reasons. I enjoy speaking to younger folks, young professionals, even students, because they tend to have fewer biases and preconceptions about how the world works and about what the playbook should be for how to build a career in the 21st century. And so there's a little more of a blank slate that you can work with in terms of putting forth ideas. At the same time, I enjoy speaking with professionals in mid-career, later stage, as well, because there tends to be a more challenging intercourse around what works, what doesn't, and we get to talk about what may have changed, what rules used to be true 10 years ago that no longer are, and that's stimulating in its own way. I customize my presentation based on a conversation with a client, talking to them about what they're trying to achieve with the event, what they want their attendees walking away with, what their goals are, and then I'll adapt my presentation accordingly. And I try to do that with every single event. I think a memorable event I've done in the last few years was to a group of young professionals in the Midwest in the United States who were experiencing very tough times. It was a very recession-hit local economy. And yet I remember just being struck by their entrepreneurial energy, by their optimism, and it actually inspired me and taught me a lot in the course of doing the presentation around how you can maintain a positive outlook despite bleak circumstances. And I just remember being inspired by them and in turn trying to inspire them, but just having a very fun and energetic, high optimism conversation about building a better life, a better future, despite very tough macroeconomic circumstances.